Yep, I Like Wrestling podcast.
You see what I did there?
Are you gonna start?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I like wrestling.
Greetings, reports unknown. My name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I am joined by
the leader of the Fuck Baron Corbin crew and the returner to this podcast after a months-long exit or absence.
more like exile.
Exile, fucking for real, man. Holy shit. Kevin Nicholas Wood, Sonny's dear friend, and one of the greatest podcasters in the history of this podcast, and supporter of the former general manager who... Is Teddy still the former general manager?
What?
Huh?
Who?
¿Qué?
Oh, shit. Now you hit me with a ¿qué? That's
¿Qué?
fucking racist. Anyway, I'm also joined today by...
the people's champ, the man of the people, Mr. Reggie Lopez, coming at you one time for the one time.
All right. So we're here today. I feel like I'm about to start preaching a sermon. We're gathered here today to talk about some wrestling.
Pass that plate. Pass that
Blood
collection
money
plate.
for brains on the floor.
Wait, we'll get there in a minute. So, real quick before we continue speaking, let's bring up our next event is October 31st at Jack Dempsey's at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. We will be showing the Crown Jewel pay-per-view live from Saudi Arabia, a.k.a. Blood Money 4.
A.K.A. beheading capital of the world.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it now. Everybody do their best Blood Money 4 tagline. Starting with Nicholas Wood. Go ahead.
Blood money for, man. Brains on the floor. Blood money for.
Oh, wait,
I want some pedophores because I just murdered somebody.
All right, Reggie.
Blood money for the quest for oil. Blood money for more murder for your buck.
All right.
Look, we're just saying.
Mine's is Blood Money 4, the quest for a check.
For real. We're saying they're kind of corrupt, folks. All right,
Yeah.
just like
They're
let's be
crooked.
real. It's kind of fucked up.
Blood Money 4, we're back for more money.
Fucking for real, man. God
Blood
damn.
Money 4, we're bringing back Hogan and Flair.
God damn,
Blood
man.
money for we're going to dig up every dead wrestler and have them in the largest Royal Rumble ever.
Wait, do you guys remember when they had that show and then they wanted Yokozuna on it and they couldn't find him, so they just found
And they wanted the Warrior.
They found they wanted Warrior, and I don't know what they did to replace Warrior, but they
got Titus O'Neil.
They got a fat yes, and they got
World
a fat
slide?
Samoan guy to kind of be like Yokozuna. He was
Babatunde?
He was replacement level Yokozuna.
Yokozuna Jace?
He was Yokozuna, a Jace.
Yeah, that was
So, basically, he was a homeless man's Yokozuna.
Oh, dude, he was like a homeless man jerking off in L.A. as Yokozuna.
Oh, shit. That's
Whoa.
just fucking wrong.
I'm
dude.
sorry. I was in L.A. recently, and they had a typhoid outbreak, and just it was kind of weird.
Typhoid.
Man. Typhoid.
That's just another day in L.A. What are you talking about?
Like Typhoid Mary.
Shout out to
Daredevil?
L.A.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Battle of Los Angeles.
Wow.
I had to literally I swear to God, I literally went to Battle of Los Angeles and literally had to step over a homeless guy
PWG?
to get into the fucking theater.
Ouch.
Literally me and the entire line.
You sure it wasn't the usher that just fell asleep?
No, man.
You sure that wasn't Orlando
His name
Brown?
was-
Oh, shit. Who the fuck? Oh, damn.
Did you say Orlando Bloom?
No, Brown.
Oh, well, him too. Both of them. It was Orlando Bloom and Orlando Brown. They were like, "Hi, how you doing?" Anyway, Saudi Arabia, man. Let's talk about some fucking decapitations, man. Yeah.
Yo,
Beheadings
really?
and Blood money for beheadings and body slams. Book it.
That sounds like the DVD said. All right. So, we have a lot of people in matches, none of them of which are women. So,
Really?
which kind of also, makes me wonder. Wait, what happened to all the women on Monday Night Raw?
Is Jim Cornette going to be doing any commentary? Because this falls up his alley. It's all men. Misogyny special.
Oh, he's coming for Jim Cornette, man. Sonny,
Okay,
Sonny, we don't want to do this, man.
all right,
He'll come after us.
So real quick, those are the thoughts and opinions of Reggie.
Goddamn.
And they don't represent the thoughts and opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling, because he hasn't done anything to us, but obviously he's done something to you.
You say Jim Cornette 3 times, man, he will, like, yell at you on Twitter, man.
Double cheeseburger, motherfucker.
So I'll see the Confederate flag light up the bat signal in the sky somewhere.
Oh,
I forgot about that. He did rock with that shit for a while.
Jim Cornette, Bernie Sanders supporter. But we're not going there. We're not going there. Just saying.
Anyway, moving on. So let's talk about, we're going to do predictions for Blood Money 4. But real quick, if you're going to come through, doors open at 1 p.m., and when you're here or when you're just sharing this, hashtag Blood Money 4. I would really appreciate it. I think we would all appreciate it. Let's get Blood Money 4.
Blood Money 4. Blood Money 4. Blood Money 4.
Hashtag Blood Money 4.
Hashtag
Put that
Blood Money 4.
into your posts, tweets, and whatever else you want to put out there.
Instagrams, MySpaces, Friendsters,
High
Fucking
five.
AOLs.
Mi gente. Local hookups.
Yo, dude, will you guys please stop? Jesus. I got rid of one general manager to...
Local hookups was great. You know how many babies was born because of that?
Wait,
all the wrestling
did
fans
I let it out the
created?
bag that I got rid of the general manager? Whoops.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Look. I was just going to say I logged into my Yahoo account and it was lit, man.
Remember Yahoo Groups?
Whoa. Hey, remember AIM?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I remember. Yeah, every time you go on there, you just hear the door open. Somebody log off.
all my high school years, AIM, fashionable frames, North Face jackets.
Oh, man.
Wait, when did you graduate high school?
2009.
Oh, shit. I'm 07, man. Hell yeah.
And I will not be sharing this. Let's keep on moving.
Yeah, because that was what?
Yeah. I'm not sharing what year I graduated. So let's move on. Something
was 2005, 2006. Yeah. We'll
go with that.
The Clitoris era?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
We'll go with that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Anyway, Sonny, this was a tremendous week in wrestling.
Yeah, it really was. We had Monday Night Raw, sans the women, except for unless you want to include Lana and Zelina Vega.
Hey.
Yo, you know what's funny? The only wrestling move we saw was Zelina Vega doing that Hurricane Rana on Sin Cara.
Shout out to Lita.
And shout out to Sin Cara for keep getting them checks, man. Good for you, bro. Just keep that job. Keep getting those fucking, free coffees and those expenses, man.
Yo, is it me or does Sin Cara look like he was seen a weight trainer? Because he looks a little bit out of shape, bro.
A little bit?
Catering.
Yeah. He's been seen diet. So, but it's obviously they're gearing up for Blood Money 4 while we have, all the women as well as some of the other talent in Australia that they were doing a house show out there. And didn't somebody just recently get hurt?
Yes. First Roman got banged up, but Roman checked out okay. But the real damage is Xavier Woods tearing his Achilles, and he's going to be out for 9 months. That messes up a bit of storylines because Kofi was supposed to be injected back into the main event scene. So now he has to tag once again with Big E to hold down the New Day while Xavier gets better. And does he? But does he have to tag with Xavier to continue moving forward?
It's almost like Kofi moving back to the mid-card for WWE is kind of convenient for them. Did he hold a title recently? Did he have a notable run with a fairly important championship?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is sarcasm that you hear at this very precise moment.
Yeah.
And racism too.
Whoa. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Do we want to run through all the results on Raw? Please, Sonny, don't make me run through all the
No. We're
results.
not doing.
Can I?
You know why we're not doing the results of Raw? You know why we're not doing the results of AEW? Do you know why we're not doing the results of NXT or SmackDown? Because we have the fabulous crew over at Unpopular Review that actually do a post show after all of those shows that you need to be following on the Facebook page for Yep I Like Wrestling, which is facebook.com/YEPILW. They always do a post show. Check their social media, UPR YEPILW 4 times, and just check it out. But yeah, we're not going through the results because we got some more to really talk about.
Shout out to those guys. Sonny? Can I have a hot take that might break the entire Yep I Like Wrestling brand?
Will this end with fuck Baron Corbin?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Damn it.
This Sonny, get ready.
Okay.
Both of you guys, get ready. I have come to appreciate Baron Corbin lately, man.
Blasphemy!
I know.
No.
Fuck
Guys, can I say that like Baron Corbin as the King of the Ring is at least the best King of the Ring that we've had? God, I just had a physical reaction to saying that, guys. Good God, Teddy is like rolling in his grave, and he's like not even dead yet. And like
What? Who?
huh? Get? And Baron Corbin is definitely the best King of the Ring that we've had at least since King Booker, and like he's pulling neck and neck with him, man. Like King Corbin, I hate to say it, kind of in on King Corbin. I know.
Oh, man,
I don't
are
know
you
what I don't
serious?
know. What did I do, man? What do I do?
Okay. So, I guess.
You sold out. You sold out.
Yeah.
You sold out. You sold out.
Yeah, you know what? You definitely did, yo.
Am I wrong though?
I mean, dude, if he's doing something for you, like paying you, yeah, sure. Hey, whatever works for you, bro.
Keep those checks coming in, Corbin.
it's if you want to keep sending in those Venmos, Mr. Corbin, it's Kevin-Wood-18. Anyway, I'm just saying he's been a very effective heel as of late for a very not effective company.
Ooh, damn.
Am I wrong?
Truth hurts.
Yeah,
Am I
but
wrong?
enough about beating up on Monday Night Raw. Yo, I gotta tell you, honestly, man, I've been skimming through Monday Night Raw, and also skimming through Friday Night SmackDown, but I have been loving AEW. AEW's been on point.
Yeah, man, that fucking brawl on Wednesday, dude. Even though I will say that there was a part of me that was kind of like, did you guys notice the fan with like the crutch? Was he like meant to be there, or was he just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Because I was seeing dudes like slipping and falling. I was a little like,
He might have been a plant.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that he was a plant too.
Cody's
that
a
was-
genius like that he
that
will
was-
purposely, like what Sonny always says about nuance. Cody gets those things, so he definitely was a plant.
and it's frustrating that. So I read the thing today, and apparently like AEW lost a handful of like viewers, and apparently it's due to the World Series. Let me say right now, if you're watching the World Series over AEW, fuck you. All right, fuck you.
Yo, you know what? Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be straight up with you. If the Yankees win the World Series, I wouldn't be watching anything.
Yeah, but guess what? Hey, Sonny, guess
You
what?
ain't the only one.
The Yankees are not going to win the World Series this year because they lost.
Yeah, how's your Oakland A's, by the way?
Giants. They won 3
Oh,
championships, man. They suck now. They suck a bag of
yeah,
dicks now.
yeah.
But like,
Fuck Houston.
I'm just saying.
Houston's a dope spot to hang out at, though. But anyway,
that Houston barbecue, man. Tremendous, great, the best barbecue. Sorry.
don't do your fucking Trump impression here today.
Sorry, guys. I
Please.
couldn't help it. Anyway, I'm just saying AEW killed it. The between the brawl between Cody and what would you call that? Like the Rhodes clan? Like
No, well, Yeah.
You can call it. That's good.
How is it?
Well, I don't know about clan.
Yeah. I'm not
Let's not
too
call
keen
them
on.
clan.
Especially, just make
How
sure.
are like two? Sorry, Sonny. I don't mean to cut you off. I just need to say, how are two of the most natural heels in the business, MJF and Cody Rhodes, the two most over baby faces in the entire industry right now? Like,
for real.
I am all the way. I am like shipping whatever they are. If they're best friends, if they're bros, if they're whatever. Like, yo, MJF and Cody for life, bro. Like, MJF might be my new favorite wrestler. Like, it was Bailey for quite a while. MJF, I am team fucking MJF.
Hold up. Bailey was your favorite wrestler for a while?
Bailey's from the Bay, yo. She's wearing like 49ers gear and stuff, man. 49ers, by the way, 6-0. Just want to remind everybody of that.
So anyway, Reggie, how are you, buddy? Tell me anything.
Well,
After me hearing about Bailey being his favorite wrestler.
Bailey is not my favorite wrestler, but I am a fan of the captain of Team Fuck Those Kids, Bailey.
Yes! Yes! Do you see that gif of her like cutting the thing and the thing like, oh, dude!
Wait. Okay.
I like came a little bit
real
watching
quick.
that.
Did you guys see the video of the kid watching Bailey do all that
Yes!
shit, and the kid is crying? Yo, that
That's
shit is hilarious.
That's
I
the
mean, listen,
greatest-
I don't like seeing a kid cry, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's because it's over Bailey. I'm just like, yo, come on, man.
That's the greatest video of all time. It should have been number
Hey,
one
hey.
on Sports Center.
And
Yes.
yo, and that kid was like, and that kid looked like he was about 13 years old.
Yes.
So it's like that was the thing that kind of made me like say, oh, I'm laughing at this shit, because like if the kid would have been like 5 or 6, I'd be like, oh man, kid looked like he about to be a teenager.
I know.
Did you not see grown ass men shocked and like looking about to cry because Bailey killed them stupid ass balloons? Balloons get killed every time. Have you never been to a black birthday party? Balloons get popped every day.
Dude, I think balloons get popped at white and Latino birthday parties.
I mean, okay. So at the white birthdays, what happens is that they deflate them and they tell them they went up to a farm upstate with other balloons.
And this is called the white moment of the episode, where you get the breakdown of what happens during their birthday parties.
Next week we talk about cookies,
And casseroles is a CNC episode.
and then the week after that we talk about pasta or something.
And crocheting.
Yes.
Oh, the 3 C's.
Yes.
Cookies, crocheting, and casseroles.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be the.
All right, let's move on, man, because you guys are fucking talking too much shit. All right. Anyway, I got to say real quick about AEW that I've been loving thus far has to be the fact that there's a freshness to it that, I mean, obviously it was going to come because it's a brand new company, but it feels like there is the way they film things, the way they go about their display of their show. It's almost like they're creating their own formula, which is great because we've been drinking the WWE Kool-Aid for so long that, you know, we've been having fruit punch for a while. Sometimes it's good to have some grape. So
Yes.
I'm feeling it right
I
now.
love grape drink.
Hey, speaking of Kool-Aid, shout out to Rob and Ryan Jones, the grandsons of Jim Jones, who were my high school classmates. True story. True story. I went to high school with the grandsons of Jim Jones.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move on.
All right.
Also, shout out to Sig. Good luck on that tongue ring, bro.
Shout out to Zig again. And his tongue ring. So, Jesus Christ.
Well, Reggie,
This is-
we'll explain later.
This
This
what,
is a
you
recurring bit.
Explain to him on your own time. I don't even want to hear that shit again. Yo, check this out. Real side note. So over the summer, we go to Brooklyn. You know,
For my birthday party.
for Kevin Wood's birthday party, and I'm like, yo, where's Zig? And everybody's like, Zig's not here. or his tongue ring. Everybody knows the fucking story.
Yes.
Because I was like, yo, I hear about this dude all the fucking time. Yo, I want to see where Zig is with the tongue ring. Because I was like, yo, I hear about this dude all the time. And the one person that I was like, oh, I'm going to know who that is, wasn't even there.
Yes, I know. No, you know what's funny is every time I introduce him, I'm like, oh, this is my friend from San Francisco. He's like, are you the guy with that? And then literally the person always cuts him off, and they're just like, no, I'm not the guy with the tongue ring, man. That's Zig. That's another guy. That's another guy.
No, I'm not Zig, and I don't have a tongue ring.
Yeah. Shout out to Zig, though, with the tongue ring. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, that fucking story all the time. So,
Speaking of people stabbing things through body parts, Crown Jewel! Crown fucking Jewel!
Off with your head!
those are thoughts.
Dance till he dead!
Those are the thoughts and opinions of Kevin Wood.
Death to the infidel!
Whoa!
And Reggie Lopez.
Whoa!
And they actually, you know what? We're actually going to co-sign that shit today because Blood Money 4, where the blood will hit the floor. So, what do you guys feel about the return to Saudi Arabia for WWE? I mean, does it feel like they're just kicking a dead horse at this point? I mean, they had a parade a couple of days ago with the Undertaker, with the Undertaker on a float, but also on a float with an inflated Undertaker and a Roman Reigns that was inflated with the WWE belt, which he is not the current champion, by the way. So it's like they had this massive parade at the start of this whole time of year. It starts with an R.
Riyadh season.
Yes, Riyadh season. Thank you. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. So it's like they're really pandering to Saudi Arabia to like a ridiculous degree. Where is your head with it? I mean, obviously, we all know the check is for real. But what is your thoughts on it? Starting with Reggie.
It's abhorrent. It's terrible. All this pandering, everything that's been going on. It's an embarrassment to see someone the stature of the Undertaker on a float during, murder springtime in Riyadh. It makes you feel just you can't wash this off. There's not that much money in the world where you're selling your soul.
I mean, that check must be really fucking big.
But Vince has found a way. Whenever you think that Vince can't get any lower, here we go, limbo time, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I'm playing devil's advocate on this. They're entertainers. They're selling entertainment. Is it not the right move on a business level to be like, hey, they're paying us a shitload of money to come over there and put on a show?
Principles.
Okay, so for those that may not be aware, what are the principles that they are violating right now by doing these shows over there? In your opinion?
About 8,000 human rights that they are violating on a consistent daily basis. As myself, as a practicing Muslim, I tend to stray away from some of these things because they are not modern, and I disagree with a lot of these principles and beliefs. And I myself am a practicing Muslim, and I can't co-sign some of these things that go on. It is despicable what goes on. It literally is the murder capital of the world, damn near.
All right. How about you, Kevin?
Man, it's tough. I would prefer politics and wrestling, whether it's right-wing politics, left-wing politics, anything in between, be as separated as possible. I sort of go to professional wrestling to escape from that. And I will admit that, I try to keep an open mind about this, and I liked the first one that they did, the Greatest Royal Rumble. It was kind of like a throwaway show, but I thought it was nice, and ever since then, it reminds me of everything that I both hate about the world, and I hate about wrestling. It is this weird thing where it's like a glorified house show, but then it also like goes back on like their own morals, and we have like fucking shit like Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement for like a terrible match with Kane, and
Yeah,
I
that shit
know,
was
like
tough.
yeah,
Hey, what?
That didn't happen.
What about Undertaker versus?
Undertaker and Goldberg, which is like. It was literally a liability for them. Like it literally,
They almost
like
died.
one of them could have legitimately been critically injured for the rest of their life. When Goldberg went for the fucking whatever what's the thing they
Spear.
does, the weird like suplex thing, like
Jackhammer.
The jackhammer.
and didn't he like fucking drop Undertaker
On his
like
head?
that? Let me say right now, I've only watched that match once, and it was incredibly tough, and like I did not, because it was like, man, like first off, why are you guys, dude, Sonny, like I literally watched WrestleMania 33 like with you. I literally was like sitting with you for the fucking main event. Why is Undertaker still wrestling? He had a great send-off. He should not have fucking wrestled after that. Like, it is just diminishing returns. Like, what the fuck does it mean if it doesn't mean a goddamn thing? And, like, meanwhile, same thing with Goldberg. Like, on that show, he had the perfect send-off, that fucking match with Brock, and, like, meanwhile, we have to watch them go out and like, it's the closest thing WWE's ever come to being, like, 2010 TNA, which is just like the lowest moment in fucking wrestling history to me, where you have like Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair just like bleeding to death on this fucking show that nobody's watching. Sorry, Sonny, I don't mean to keep saying fuck, but like, come on, like come on, like, what are you gonna say?
Like I fucking care.
It's like it's embarrassing what they're already doing. And you take away the fact that, like, there is this whole, like, political undercurrent of it, that they're literally taking money from this, like, government that, like, is fucking, has all these fucking human rights abuses. And the fact that, like, this is Vince McMahon's legacy, man. Like,
Okay, so here's my question. Before the first Crown Jewel, and which was after the Greatest Royal Rumble, we had that reporter Jamal Khashoggi,
yeah.
who was killed. Now, up until when the first show that was done in Saudi Arabia, the biggest beef about them doing the show was well, the women aren't on the show. That sucks. But because wrestling is widely viewed by more men than women, it wasn't that big of a deal in the general scheme of things, because especially since I think after that they were getting Evolution anyway, so it was like, well, they're gonna have the all women show anyway. So think of this as, I mean, Greatest Royal Rumble could really be thought of as the Evolution,
Fucking for real.
It is.
Whereas but after the reporter was assassinated in Saudi Arabia, Jamal Khashoggi, that's when it kind of made great, these shows in Saudi Arabia really feel like blood money, because it was a bad look. Those of you that may not be familiar with this, the best way to find out more about it is just Google Saudi Arabia reporter assassinated. You'll find, and his name is Jamal Khashoggi. But after that, that's when shit got really real. And I mean, you had John Oliver on HBO's Last Week Tonight do a whole segment on WWE, how fucked up it is to do shows in Saudi Arabia. You've had a lot of press backlash, and WWE has countered it with different things, like well, by us doing these shows, we're opening up the doors to possibly get women on the show. And there have been like rumors every time there's a show, oh well, we might have a women's match, or well, we have Renee Young at ringside, covered up obviously, but little things here and there. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're supposed to be, I think their contract is for 10 shows or 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Okay. Now, if there is no significant progress, does it become a public relations nightmare.
It's a huge public relations.
No, it's a public relations nightmare right now, but it's more like right now it's a public relations night terror because nobody's checking for them, especially since, you also got Trump doing some stuff with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That it kind of like it's not as I mean, let's say I put it to you like this: if this was going on during the Obama administration, I think the backlash would be a lot crazier.
Really?
But yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure.
Because I think it would be a lot crazier because the thing is that you know during the Obama administration, the left, and sorry we're getting real political, but we just want to have a very interesting conversation for you guys, so just bear with us. The left, I think, would have had more of a voice to protest, and the backlash would have been a lot harsher. Now that we have someone like Trump in the office, where it's more of a right-wing government right now that has more of a voice, that's why protests don't really mean much because they're not in a position of power to be able to make change happen on that level.
Although there is a part of me that, like, because around the same time as the Khashoggi thing, and it feels like it's relevant because it's around the same time as, like, Crown Jewel. They're around the same time as the Khashoggi thing, and it feels relevant because it was around the same time as Crown Jewel. There was, like, a comment that, like, Trump said where he was like, well, what am I going to do? Like, back out of, like, Saudi Arabia when they're paying us, like, $200 billion or something like that. And it was weird because it was like one of the most like unexpectedly honest political moments I've ever heard, where it was like, oh, like cool, like so you're just doing this for the money, but like you're at least being honest about it. I don't like you, but like everything in that moment is like
it almost got justified because the thing is that I mean on history we've kind of always gotten the nah. And then it's like, yeah. No, we're not going to do this. Yeah, we did it. Why did it? Oh, because there's other implications. No. You know what? No one's ever been straight up about, we're doing this shit for the money.
Yeah.
But,
to bring it back to wrestling, too, it's like it's bad enough that it's this weird, like, morally questionable thing where, like, even, like, friends of mine, I was at a dinner party where friends of mine who... Family of mine, who are like kind of like New York elitists. I like mentioned how like I'm like a wrestling fan and had like worked in sort of wrestling stuff before, and like they were like, oh, WWE, like they were doing that like stuff with Saudi Arabia. That's pretty fucked up. And it's like that is the way that there is a decent percentage of the public that like that does not follow WWE that like sees them, and I feel like this is the type of thing. Maybe it won't kill them,
but here's the thing: you just kind of touched on something. Those people that are like, oh, WWE, they're doing something with Saudi Arabia. Yeah, they're gonna. So, depending on what age bracket they're in, their kids, if they want to watch wrestling, it's going to be kind of touchy-feel like, I don't know. Especially now that there's so many other alternatives. So if, the biggest thing, like say for instance with AEW is really targeted towards the older teens, young adults, whereas WWE is targeted towards the kids.
And families.
Now, if you were to get another wrestling organization to capitalize and do a good job on marketing towards families and kids, I can see some. That will be the company that provides serious competition to WWE.
And that's the thing with an organization like AEW is that I feel like I get in this conversation with people constantly. I have a friend of mine who is constantly shitting on Jungle Boy and Joey Janela and all these guys, and I don't disagree because I do think that like there are inherent issues with AEW, but AEW is still in year one. They're still in
Yeah.
phase one, and they still are growing into whatever they're going to grow into. And in a year and a half, in 2 years, when AEW starts to figure out what their identity is, and they can start stealing some of that WWE audience, you have to wonder what will the legacy of something like Crown Jewel and all these Saudi shows be?
I actually think that these Saudi shows take away from the WWE's audience. They're actually giving more eyes towards AEW because AEW is such a fresh face, touching upon what Sonny said, the younger crowd, the newer demographic.
But they're not going to get kids, though.
But
let's be real. I mean, I'm really digging AEW, but I can't see AEW getting the young families. I mean, it doesn't work.
Next week, their Halloween special. You know what they're doing? They partnered up with Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but Rick and Morty's not really a kids show, though.
Providing Halloween masks for everybody in the audience. Just something simple like that.
But it's really not a kids show. I mean, dude, Rick and Morty's like mad, fucking.
But we know.
Rick and Morty is like South Park.
It's a fun thing, but again, when you're doing something like that, it just shows some innovation in just the beginning in their, embryonic stages before they turn into something even bigger than the next year.
I mean, I get you on that, but to me that move is more like it's like a New York Comic Con move, or actually just a Comic Con in general move. Because think about the illest thing that I ever heard of was how Star Wars did a thing at the San Diego Comic Con where they gave everybody a freaking lightsaber for a concert they did at the amphitheater out in San Diego, and they played all the music and gave everybody a lightsaber, and they just waving it in the air while they're doing shit. I mean, dude, that's a promotion that costs a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty got a lot of promo money. This kind of makes sense, especially since it's all within that family, because that's on Cartoon Network, right?
That's on Adult Swim.
Adult Swim. So Cartoon Network, which is tied into TNT, which is tied into. So it's like they're just promoting to their demographic that makes sense.
Yeah, Warner Warner Brothers Corporation, whatever it's calling itself
Turner.
now.
It's Turner Entertainment.
Yeah.
That family tree that they got.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Warner Brothers,
They're throwing money at that.
Dude, they throw money at everything. Like, dude, let me tell you, the money they threw at New York Comic Con. I went to a panel for they did an actual lounge for the entire weekend at New York Comic Con, and they had like a panel there. They had like free drinks, free food. Shit was dope. Like, I mean, I had a fucking awesome time. But it's like Warner Brothers is just a company that they toss money ad nauseum to promote whatever they want to push out there, and that's what they're doing with AEW, which is great, and it makes sense because it's almost like you're keeping the money in the family. So the money that they got from the budget inside on Adult Swim, they put it into AEW so that AEW could promote that shit, and it's synergy within brands.
An outside the box type of thought. Just something, just innovate, just to bring more eyes. Eyes who may not ever pay attention to wrestling, but when you a fan of Rick and Morty say, "Hey, you partner up with this? Oh, I want to check it out now."
Yeah, I mean I'm curious. That makes sense. Yeah,
and this is the thing that I'm saying is that, like, for now, I actually don't think that somehow these Saudi shows are like not really hurting WWE. They're fine. They're fine.
Well, that's because I think we're living in a society right now that's a little desensitized to all the shit that's going on. So it's like, so they're selling out and going to Saudi Arabia, even though there's mad, civil rights violations. Well, you know what? This is their fourth show. Fuck it, let them do what they want to do. But as a wrestling fan, it kind of makes you say, "Damn, do I really like?" I guess the main question that we got to think about is, can I really support a company that does things that I'm not cool with? And to expand on that thought, I mean, listen, I grew up a diehard Knicks fan. And honestly, I don't know how much longer I can remain a Knicks fan when we have an owner that's kind of like a dick.
A
I mean,
douchebag.
I'm not gonna call him a douchebag. He's a dick because a douchebag would have been the owner of the LA Clippers, who, if you don't know, Donald Sterling, who was the owner of the LA Clippers, before he was forced to sell it, turned out to be a racist piece of shit. And the NBA ended up forcing him to sell it, which he got $2 billion from one of the founders of Microsoft. Anyway, the whole thing is that if I was a Clippers fan, and then all the shit that came out about him, I don't think I would have stayed a Clippers fan. Like, it's kind of hard to support and put money in the pockets of an organization that does shit that makes you just go, I don't know if I want to fuck with them. Meanwhile, you got AEW that just did a show. It was a Fight for the Fallen, which was to benefit cops that had died in the line of duty. So, how difficult it is for you to rock with or support a entertainment company or entity that does shit that makes you feel a little weird about or feel off about?
I mean, I think that I, like many of the WWE fans that I know, are sort of, in a weird way, we're both like numbed to all of it, but we're also desensitized to all of it. We've seen so much shit. We've been disappointed so many times. Maybe there's an analogy in here for like Knicks fans.
But is that on a story level, storytelling that the product hasn't been good, or is that on a level of, damn, yo, I kind of like being a fan, but they do shit that's shady that makes me not want to fuck with them.
Yeah, it's like that. It's the type of thing that makes me go from like, I'm gonna watch Raw every week, or I'm gonna at least catch the highlights to Raw, to like literally like, yo, like I'll just like read the results, and if there's a reason for me to invest, I'll do that. Otherwise, like I have no interest. It's the thing of like, how do you separate somebody, like your personal feelings about something from their business? You know, we were talking about that with certain wrestlers earlier, and this comes up in all aspects of life. There are filmmakers that I really, really fucking like, but then their personal lives, they turn out to be total pieces of shit. There are actors that I really, really like, and then they turn out to be fucking dipshits. And there's musicians. How do you separate the like work that somebody does, the product that they present, from the person that they inherently
become
like,
or
become?
are? So you know what? To bring it back to wrestling, which also there was a poll put up in the yepilw discussion group. How do you feel about Chris Benoit? Chris Benoit is someone that, you know, if you're going based just on his career, wow, he was an amazing wrestler. He should be in the Hall of Fame, blah, 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 blah. But then you see that whole thing about what he did to his family, and it makes you go, damn, I can't fuck with him. You know, he killed his wife and son. Again, another wrestler, Hulk Hogan. He was, eat your vitamins and say your prayers. All of a sudden, you see him on camera talking about, you know, basically like, hey, I guess I'm racist. Everybody else is a little bit racist. And what hits harder with him is that he was supposed to be one of the best of all of us. And turns out that he's kind of a fucked up person too. So it's like, it's hard to rock with people when they do shit that's shady. Same thing with companies. It's hard to rock with companies that do shit that is shady.
For myself, R. Kelly's music. How could you
Another
be a
perfect
fan
example.
of R. Kelly knowing what has come to be with everything that's been unveiled with his personal life? Chris Brown and Rihanna, people detest him and say, oh my God, how could you even want to work with this individual after what he did to a female? You look at these individuals and you have to separate church from state in a way. I can never, ever look at Hulk Hogan the same. I have this saying, the only Hogan I trust is Kiera, because of how I feel about Hulk Hogan and what he said. And as for Benoit, everybody knows Benoit can burn in the deepest circles of hell because of what he did, and that man does never, ever be fitting of any Hall of Fame. Like, you cannot be that desensitized as a human. You cannot lack that much empathy
Yeah,
for
I
the
mean,
human being.
the bad thing about that is that you have people on multiple sides, and I personally I feel the same way as you do, Reggie. But it's also looking at everybody has an opinion, and you have some people with the one opinion which I definitely don't agree with, which is, oh, it's the conspiracy theories.
Can
Oh,
I speak
then-
to that for a second?
Wait, about the conspiracy theories or
Can
everything
I
in general?
say
'Cause I just
right
want
now-
to break down.
to just conspiracy theorists in general, but specifically on this. Dear conspiracy theorists, you guys are wasting your fucking time. Conspiracy theories are bullshit. There is no evidence. There is no facts. Conspiracy theories on the internet in 2019, they ask you to dismiss factual fucking evidence, and they ask you to believe in the flimsiest fucking ideas that have no proof in anything. I had this argument with a friend of mine recently about, let's just say, a certain event that changed all of our lives, and they believe that it was some sort of, let's just say it was an inside job, air quotes. And I said, cool, so you're telling me that they would have had to employ thousands of people and have thousands of people in on this conspiracy, and there wasn't one leak? Clearly Washington can't hold a fucking any sort of thing without there being some kind of a leak. And you're telling me that the police that investigated the Benoit situation, that all said there's nothing to see here, move on, Benoit's family who said he did this, you're telling me all of them were in on it? Go fuck yourself. There's no inside job. Chris Benoit murdered those people, and Chris Benoit beat his wife to death, and that man should be, that's his legacy. I'm sorry. He murdered a child and he beat his wife to death.
Now, you also, what would you say to those people that believe that because of CTE, which is the brain trauma that he's had, that supposedly his brain, after being analyzed, was that of a 90-year-old person because of all the trauma that's been done over the years of wrestling. That's the reason why he lost his mind and he killed his family.
But
What do you say to that?
He carried out his stuff over the course of 2 or 3 days. Yes, maybe this is a much more nuanced argument, and this relates
of course.
back to.
I mean, listen, I'm just stating the opinions that have been put out there based on various different perspectives and research. So, I mean, personally, I can't look at Homeboy the same way after doing that.
Same.
But the thing is that there are people that have different views that, I respect everybody's opinion.
You can't be that tone deaf. There's no way, unless something has got to be lacking within you to ever think in a positive way of this disgusting individual. I can't sit there and say CTE is the cause of it. Hell no. This was plotted. He did this willingly and with full malicious intent. Any type of theory that anyone throws out there, throw that shit out the window because it's embarrassing.
Do you really want to make excuses for murderers? For him?
There are
for
some
OJ,
people.
for
But see, the thing is
whoever
that
else?
some people are also in denial because they viewed him as a hero. So it's when your hero, especially if you met that hero at some point and they were amazing, and all of a sudden it was like, yo, this dude just killed somebody, killed his kid and his wife. Some people are in denial because of shit like that.
And it's interesting to believe too, because it's I can understand that. I can understand not being able to wrap your mind around a human being being.
Well, it's
being
not
able
only
to,
that, but it's not only that. You gotta remember that within the fan culture, when you meet somebody and they're really nice to you, it's almost like, oh my God, that's how they are all the time. Even though, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to shit on people just in general. I've met talent that have been on the clock and that have been off the clock. There is some talent that I met that were on the clock that they were amazing. They were great. They were sweethearts. They were the best human being. Then, off the clock, it was like, yo, you're a dick. And I'm not talking about in wrestling. I'm just talking about in general because I've dealt with talent in all aspects of entertainment over the years. You know, I've met some people that were real scumbags behind closed doors. People that a lot of people know. You know,
Which
but
we're gonna have a discussion about this off the air. And all of you listeners are gonna miss out because this is gonna be fucking awesome.
yeah, you're gonna hear
No
some,
names, no names are gonna be mentioned.
no
all
names
you
right now, but
motherfuckers are never gonna know.
I don't know if you guys buy me a couple of Hennessy's and we're not recording, I'll tell some names. But anyway, you know, just to bring it back, you know, is it difficult to support a company that does something that you don't agree with?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool.
There are many people who I know personally who say they are completely turned off to WWE product because of these
Now-
Saudi shows.
Now here's the thing. We're doing a viewing party next week. Are you guys coming through?
If I'm not too busy at work, hell yeah, I'll be here, man. Shit.
So wait, hold up. We just got you. Listen, I'm a businessman. So I'm gonna do a viewing party. But and listen, I'm not promoting against my event. Don't get me wrong. But there are people, there's a demand, and I will supply it. So we are doing a viewing party at Jack Dempsey's, and you know what? Let's make it an ironic viewing party. Come through and hang out with us, take some photos, and we make sure we hashtag Blood Money 4.
Take a picture with Sheikh Sonny.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
like-
and by the way, it does fall on Halloween, and it also falls on the day that we are going to record a podcast. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're going to do our viewing party at Jack Dempsey's, and then later on, after that, we'll replay the pay-per-view as well as record an episode. So you can stick around and listen to us record, and maybe we'll do a Q&A if there's a good amount of people that stick around.
And Sonny, I can watch the 49ers Cardinals, right?
Fuck
the
you.
6-0 49ers Cardinals.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Huh?
Yeah,
Get?
yeah,
Joe
whatever.
Montana? Get?
Yo,
Foosball?
keep up with that fucking cash shit.
Get?
Keep up with that cash shit.
I unfortunately I have to be there.
Oh, yeah.
I have to be there. So, but I will be in vehement protest, and maybe I will wear my special Halloween kilt
Oh, okay.
Ah.
and
See-
change my hair.
See, Sonny, I will be there, but the reason why I come to these parties, especially because, like, I've been fucking busy and haven't been to a lot lately, is not really to, like, watch the pay-per-views. That's, like, nice, but I'm coming to, like, fucking hang out with you and Teddy and Tara.
Who?
Reggie, we're,
Who?
like, new friends, but, like, I'm coming to hang out with you, too. I'm coming to hang out with the family here at Jack Dempsey's. And that is the reason to come here. Because where else are you going to go to watch a fucking wrestling show in New York where you feel like you're invited and welcome and you feel like people know your fucking name, people want to ask you how you're doing, and people, it's like family, man. And, like, that's why I'm coming.
And I thank you for saying that. And also, you know, one thing about a viewing party, and it's not because it's an event that I do, it's because it's the truth, and it is why I have a passion for doing events again. The great thing about these viewing parties is that you bring wrestling fans together to just talk wrestling, because it doesn't happen common. It's not like you go to any bar and talk baseball or basketball or football with anybody. You know, we're a rare breed. We're kind of like our own little cult. So, you know, when we have a viewing party, it's not just to view. It's really a party to interact. So it's more like, instead of a viewing party, it's an interaction party. So come through to our viewing party, a.k.a. interaction party. Hashtag Blood Money 4. Come through, drink, eat, be merry. Let's have a good time. So Reggie has a thought. Well, I have a burp.
I've already expressed this enough to Sonny. I call him Uncle Sonny because of the family environment. Teddy, Uncle Teddy.
Who?
That's Uncle Teddy.
Gay?
That's
Who?
Gay?
Gay?
You know, family.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Big sister Tara, my brother Beige.
Hey,
you know, the
shout out to
Godfather
Tara.
Curvin himself. You know, it's a unique family. One of my family members, Jay Holly, has been coming to the events for a long time, and I came in 2017, and I said I felt home here. This is a family bond, a family unity. It's such a special and unique environment, and I try to bring people to come as well to experience this, because this is something that you need to feel to catch this vibe, these emotions, these beautiful conversations, these connections. You develop real brotherhoods and sisterhoods with all of these unique and beautiful wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Like Kevin is a great individual, getting to know, Mr.
You
Roger Adams.
barely know him though.
Just getting to know these unique individuals, and then you would have never get to experience what makes them so great and so special. The Unpopular Review team, everybody that you get to meet and talk to at these events. I always tell anyone, please come through and experience this. It is the most fun you can have here. The environment is great. Even if you don't like the wrestling, but it's the conversations, everybody around that makes it special.
Yeah, man. Like, where else are you going to watch a fucking wrestling show? This is something that's been tough for me because, I'd say the last, 4 or 5 months, every fucking weekend that I have, a fucking obligation or a fucking commitment seems to fall on one of these fucking shows. Where are you gonna?
Hence, Kevin's first words to me saying when he arrived today, I'm kicking myself in the ass for not being here for when Rikishi was here.
Yeah, man. Fucking Bay Area represent, man. 49ers 6-0, man. Hyphy in the building.
By the way, if you have not checked out our episode with Rikishi, you go back, check it out. It is amazing. Rikishi is an amazing individual, and we look forward to having him back again soon at some point. And he was really cool as hell, man. So we're looking forward to that. Shout out to the Samoan Dynasty.
Yeah,
Big
man.
Oos. Oos dropped science on us.
Yo, you know how dope it is to be called Big Oos? To be called Oos and shit? I was like, oh shit, you called me Oos?
When he said that to me, I couldn't believe it just to be next to him and to hear that science that he was giving us.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
To hug this man and give our thanks to him for what his family has brought to us for years. I had to save the screenshot.
It was like goosebumps, right?
I had goosebumps.
Yeah.
I showed my fiance. I showed her the pictures. I screenshot.
She was like, "Nah, you lying."
That's her favorite wrestler when she was growing up.
Yeah.
She couldn't believe it, and I had to screenshot the message that he left on Facebook and the love that he showed me on Instagram. Like, I had to screenshot it because I'm like, this is crazy. This is a crazy world.
It was an amazing night.
I fucking missed out, man.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Rikishi's my countryman, man, and fucking missed out. Hey, Sonny, do we really quick want to run down the card at Blood Money 4?
Yes, we will. Yes, we are. We're gonna do. So we're gonna do Blood Money 4 predictions.
Blood Money 4. Body parts on the floor. We got a nickname, folks.
That is a Drowning Pool album.
Oh, fuck shit. Whoa. Okay.
Blood Money 4. Let's see who dies in the ring this time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Blood Money 4, the quest for oxygen.
Blood Money 4. Let's not have Undertaker and Goldberg in the ring again.
Blood Money 4. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
All right, so we got Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. How are they going to disappoint us this time, guys?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's do the predictions the right way. All right, I'm gonna read the match, and then you're gonna give me your predictions. All right, starting off with the 20-man battle royal. The stipulation is winner faces AJ Styles for the United States Championship. Who do you got, Kevin?
Who's in the match?
A whole lot of fucking people, man. Just pick one.
Is Pete Gas in the match? That's my prediction. Pete Gas. Sonny, you guys should see the look that Sonny's giving me. Sonny, you should see the look you're giving me. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah. Asshole. Who do you got, Reggie?
Aldo Montoya, Man of War.
Yeah!
Yo, you two?
Come on, Sonny.
Yo, you know what? I did not bring you guys on this episode for this shit. All right, my prediction is Cedric Alexander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Like my co-host, Mr. Matthew Allen, would like to say, he called Cedric Alexander Make-A-Wish Ricochet.
Damn. Damn. Burn.
I would say maybe a fat Ricochet, but I don't know about Make-A-Wish. But okay. Next match, AJ Styles versus the Battle Royal winner. You know what? I don't even know why I fucking bring this match up.
I don't know,
Okay, who do you got, Kevin?
I guess I'll go with what did I pick earlier? Pete Gas.
Yep.
Rodney Pete, quarterback for the Detroit Lions in 1990, 1991.
I fucking hate you so much.
Hand off to Barry Sanders.
Yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! And Barry Sanders was 24/7
All
time.
right, so okay. Anyway, Reggie.
Jeff Garcia.
Sting with his corner man is RoboCop.
It's fucking bullshit. I swear to God. You know what? Fuck that. AJ Styles, I think, is gonna win no matter who wins. All right. Moving on to the next match. Seth Rollins versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, for the Universal Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Who do you got, Kevin? That's not one of the participants. It's not one of the participants.
Seth, right? It's going to be Seth in a big bag of you know who's going to win that match is Life. Because much like Life, Seth Rollins winning that match is just a giant bag of disappointment.
All right, Reggie, who you got?
I'd rather be punched in the dick.
The fuck? Can I get real predictions? You know what? I hate both of you guys. You know what?
Nobody wins in the match, Sonny. Nobody wins
All right.
at all.
You know what? Okay,
we all lose.
my prediction is Bray Wyatt wins.
I got a prediction. Maybe the winner can go one-on-one with the Undertaker, player.
In a tag team match, player.
I hate you guys.
Shout out to Teddy Long.
Paige and Tara, please get back.
Holla, holla, holla.
Hey, wasn't there another guy that used to be on this show a lot too? Like he had some sort of like position on the show.
He had a special hat, and he's an awesome person.
I have no idea who the hell you guys are talking about.
He was British.
A position of like management.
Never heard of him. Moving on.
Generally speaking.
Right. So listen, 9-team tag team turmoil match for the WWE World Cup.
Ugh.
Say that shit 5 times fast. We have the New Day, which will be Big E and Kofi Kingston, the former WWE champion, versus the Viking Raiders, formerly a better named team, Erica and Ivar.
Ugh, that's so
versus
Russian.
Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker, versus fucking hate saying this shit, Lucha House Party.
So racist.
Yeah, Lince Dorado.
That's so racist.
And or Kalisto versus Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. That's a waste. Versus the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder.
Fuck the Revival.
They're gone soon. Versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Versus the B Team, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Out of all those fucking people, who do you got, Kevin?
I don't know. Are the Headbangers in it? Can I pick the Headbangers? What about? What are the Headbangers in it? Can I pick the Headbangers? What about Los Boricuas? Los Boricuas. That's my pick. Los Boricuas.
I feel like you're saying that shit because I'm standing right next to you.
No, that is not. That is fake news, Sonny.
Fucking asshole. Who do you got, Reggie?
The Warlord and the Barbarian.
Yes.
What the fuck, man?
Come
All
on,
right,
Sonny.
you know what?
Join in on the fun, man. You know you're ready to do it.
Sonny, we all lose. Look at these matches. We all lose.
Well, I will say my prediction for who's going to win is the OC, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson.
If I had to honestly make a pick, I would go New Day to give them some juice going forward.
You know, I would also pick the OC, but my picks would be Laura Conrad and whoever else was the other person.
Shut
on
the hell up,
show.
Lord Tenzai?
Moving.
Tenzai, yeah, Laura Conrad and Laura Tenzai and Kenzo Suzuki, man.
Woo-hoo.
Oh yeah,
Sweet Tea and
Fuck
Brodus.
yeah. Blood money for body parts on the floor. Hashtag body parts on the floor.
Fucking hate you guys. Moving on. Cesaro takes on Mansoor in a singles match.
I think I could
Who you got, Kevin?
I think I could cut off my ball hair and it would be able to pin Cesaro at this point. Guys, you should see like Sonny's reaction. So yeah, Mansoor.
Please
you actually giving me a fucking prediction?
Mansoor, yeah.
All right.
But then after the match, Joey Abs comes out and he also pins.
Fucking bullshit.
Is he gonna put some of that stolen oil on his abs and stuff like that,
man.
and do a flex
Yo,
pose?
can I get a prediction? Yo, who you got, Reggie?
Please disclaim me now.
The thoughts and opinions of Reggie are his, and they do not represent the thoughts or opinions of.
I don't want no part of this match because Mansoor reminds me of the guy in 7-Eleven who gives me my Slurpees.
Whoa.
He literally looks
those
like him.
are the thoughts and opinions of Reggie, and they definitely do not represent the thoughts and opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
Whoa.
Moving on. I'm picking Mansoor because, you know what? He's the hometown kid. He's definitely winning. Moving on.
I got a question, Sonny.
I don't know if I want to answer it.
This is a legit question this time. Normally in WWE, in their logic, air quotes,
Okay.
the face usually loses in their home state or country.
Yeah,
Why is it that he's going to win?
Because you don't want to fucking riot with the whole city.
The last time a guy from another country tried to get over in that country, he got like buried in the backyard, man. Anyway, let's
I can't
let's
fucking
move.
deal with you. You're out of control today. All right, moving on.
Man.
Next match. Brock Lesnar taking on Cain Velasquez for the WWE Championship. Who do you got, Kevin?
Disappointment, anger. Why? Me watching a rerun of Succession, probably. Like, good lord. I guess Brock, like, why is Cain Velasquez fighting for a champion? I saw him wrestle a match like a month ago. That guy isn't as good a shape as I am, man. And he's from San Jose. Like, I should be rooting for that guy. I root for people from the Bay Area, man. Bailey, like, but like Cain Velasquez, just like, who cares? He's just like kind of slightly in better shape Dominic, man. Dominic's not even Rey Mysterio's son.
That's Kane's son.
That's Eddie Guerrero's son, man.
No, that's Kane's son. He is the son of the mayor of Knox County.
You know what?
Whoa.
He does look a lot like Kane, though.
That's gotta be Kane's son.
Do you guys remember that storyline where like Kane like blackmailed Lita and then he like got her pregnant and then like,
That's the baby.
Snitsky and like was it?
So Rey Mysterio, his wife, adopted that kid?
Yep.
Whoa.
All right, moving on. Who you got, Reggie? Brock or Kane? Oh, God. It's a one-word answer.
This is going to be the best WWE match in UFC history. I'm so excited.
The best WWE match in UFC history.
Sonny, can I say like that is your new like one of your new like
taglines
drops
for that match? Yeah.
For like the opening of the show. Holy shit, man.
Oh shit! All right. So who you got? Tell me. Answer.
I'm so excited to see Kane pull a Gail Kim, win the title in the first match, and then bitch after. It's gonna be so exciting.
So
Gil
is
Kim.
that an answer? Can I get
Kane.
Kane? All right. Whew. Finally got an answer. Moving on.
Can I
next
just make a comment about Gil Kim?
God,
Gil
what?
Kim, as Robert De Niro once said,
Nobody can see your facial expressions. The fuck, man. All right, you know what? Never
Gil
mind.
Kim is a very attractive woman. Sonny.
No
I'm
shit,
just
man.
saying.
Yeah,
Oscar.
Whoa, man.
No,
they're not all the
if
same.
it comes down to Oscar or Gil Kim, I'm picking Gil Kim. Man.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
I'm throwing
Or
Oscar
EO.
overboard, man. Shit.
Nah, I'm still picking Gil Kim.
Although
You don't understand, dude. I've had a crush on Gil Kim
for
for a long time.
I
Anyway.
might pick Kyrie over her. Anyway, let's go. Kyrie Sane.
Yeah, I know.
Not Kyrie Irving. That'd be kind of weird if I picked
you,
Kyrie
I don't know.
Irving. Whoa!
Moving on. Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury in a singles match. Who do you got, Kevin?
Oh man, this is actually. Can I be a little out of left field? I'm like lightweight excited for this match. I guess Tyson Fury because WWE loves to like bring guys from the outside of their fucking company to come in and like go over their fucking stars, and then the fucking guys go away, and then WWE, they try to spend the next Raw telling us these guys are important, even though it's like, no, man, fucking, like, you just had, like, Heath Slater, like, fucking job to Flow Rider, man. Like, I'm sorry, I'm uninterested. I'm uninterested.
And that I will allow. Who do you got, Reggie?
Titus sliding under the ring again.
Damn.
He's not in this match. Tyson Fury or Braun Strowman? Pick one.
Tyson Fury, just because white on white crime.
Okay. I'll go with that. And the main event, which is a 10-man tag team match for bragging rights, basically. We have Team Hogan.
Ugh.
That is with Roman Reigns, Rusev, Ricochet, ping, 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 Shorty G, and Ali. Shorty G? That's what Chad Gable's being called?
Oh, my God.
Are you serious? Shorty G? All right. And Ali versus Team Flair, which is with Randy Orton, King Corbin, Bobby Lashley,
Black.com,
Shinsuke Nakamura, and Drew McIntyre.
Two things. One, or BlackRaw.com. And two, I gotta say it once. Fuck Baron Corbin, you know, like fucking.
All right, so what team you rooting for? I mean, wait, what team?
You know, I'm rooting for Ric Flair's team. I'm rooting for the bad guys in all the movies.
So,
I was rooting for Thanos, man. I was so disappointed.
Thanos was right.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but like I was so disappointed when they cut his head off, man. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, man. Like if you haven't seen that. Anyway, yeah. Team Flair, but come on, man. It's going to be Hogan must pose, man.
Okay.
Come on. Roman's going to, like, get the fucking pin.
All right, so your prediction is Hogan, but who would you like to win is Flair.
Yes, because I always want the bad guys to win, and they never fucking win.
Gotcha.
It's like rooting for the Yankees. Anyway, go on.
Reggie, who you got? Who do you think is going to win? Because I already know who you want to win.
It's still going to be Team Flair. Fuck Hogan. The only Hogan we trust is Kiera.
Yeah.
All right, heard you. Me personally, I would like Team Flair to win, but Team Hogan's definitely winning this shit, cause so he could pose at the end of the fucking thing.
Hogan must
I
pose,
hope an arm falls off.
Oh shit!
I hope he catches necrosis in the middle of the ring.
All right. So that is our predictions and our discussion about Blood Money 4, a.k.a. Crown Jewel, and a bunch of other things. So
body parts on the floor.
Last one. What do you got, Reggie? Blood Money 4. What's it called?
Why?
It should be Blood Money 4.
No. Actually, Blood Money 4. Why? You know what? On that note, that's a great one to end with. So, thank you for listening. Please follow us on all social media at YPILW. Also, make sure you follow us on all podcast platforms. You can easily find us by searching Yep, I Like Wrestling or YPILW. And for all things Yep, I Like Wrestling, just check us out, www.ypilw.com. On behalf of today's episode, my name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I was joined by
Kevin Wood, fuck Baron Corbin, Army, whatever we call ourselves nowadays. Yeah, Baron Corbin. Fuck Baron Corbin. Kevin Wood, y'all.
Arby's.
Arby's, man. Sonny, let's hit up some Arby's after this.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. And I was also joined today by
Reggie Lopez, a.k.a. got more shoes than your whole block does combined.
And I've seen the pictures of his closet. He does. So thanks for joining us. Peace out. Have a great week.
Suck on that, Tara.
Bye.
We miss you, Teddy.
Who?
Huh? ¿Qué?
Shut up.